Hey, my name is Karina and I'm a Wish Kid. I am 16 years old and I battled Hodgkin's lymphoma. My wish is to give kids like you a day of distraction and enjoy yourselves, forgetting about your sicknesses. So we have created Camp Karina. We cannot go to camp this year, but we have found a way to bring it to you virtually. So just like real camp, we have brought to you a mixture of activities. If you want to dance, you can dance. If you want to sing, you can sing. If you like to color, you can listen to stories. And if you want to just nap, you can nap, because everyone gets tired here and there. So feel free to participate in any way you'd like. During these activities, I am hoping that you get at least a smile or a laughter out of this, as long as you feel better inside. That is what matters. That is what the purpose of this is for. I have been there and it is really hard, but it's not impossible to feel at least just a little bit of joy within you. So let's have some fun today. Welcome to Camp Karina. The first activity that we have is dance. We will be having Wish Kid Jenna and Kita the Great teaching you some really cool dance moves.
Hi, I'm Jenna and I'm an 11-year-old Wish Kid and I battled cancer, and my wish was to go to Disney Alani, and I always love to dance, and this is my friend Kita the Great and he is my dance coach.
And we are really excited to be able to partner with Camp Karina to be able to teach you guys some really dope moves. So with that being said, we have a routine to show you guys and teach you guys today. So are you ready to show them?
Yes.
Should we do it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Pose. Okay, so the very first move, we are going to hit the whoa on 1. So we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1 and we roll to go 2, to go cross, in, out. Yeah, so one more time from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2. Hey, hey. From here, arms are gonna sway to the left. We're gonna go 1, 2, to the right, 3, 4, yeah? And then we're gonna repeat it one more time. So we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, and a 3, cross, hey, and a 1, hey, and a 1. Yes, let's do that one more time a little bit faster, yeah? So we said 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, ta-da-da, hey, hey, and a 1, and repeat, hey, 1, and ta-da-da, hey, hey, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4. Now from here, we're gonna actually push out with each arm, starting with the right. We're gonna go 1 and the 2, to then come out, both arms straight ahead, to go 3, then we roll them back to go 4. Yeah, so one more time, we just said, and right, left, and front, and back. This last move right here, we're gonna actually lean to the right and the left like 2 times. Yeah, so we're gonna go 1, and then we snap. Yes, so that's gonna go from here, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a hey, one more time. 5, hey, 6, and a 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, and a 3. Hey, scoom, scoom. We good?
Yes.
Should I move on? Let's do it. So the very last move of this combo, we're gonna actually lean. This is actually a big move. It's actually from TikTok, very known, well-known move. I know you do it. I do it a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys do it that's watching. So we're gonna actually have our arms here. We're gonna lean in front. We're gonna go 1. We're gonna lean to the right to go 2. Then we cross our arms to go 3. Yeah? And it's more so like a rock to it. So we're not kind of like going straight there. It's kind of like a bounce. Yes, we're gonna go 1 to go 2. Then we cross. And then we're gonna go to the left. 1, 2, and a cross. And one more time. 5. And a 6, and a 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4. Yes, so let's take that all the way back from the top and let's add that on really slow. Yes, so we just said 5, 6, and a 5, 6, 7, 8, whoa, and a row out, in, and a hey, hey, one more time, repeat, and a whoa, and ta-da-da, ski-ga, and a 1, 2, and a 3. Then we go out, out, front, and a back, and a rock, rock, snap, and a 1, 2, hey, and a 1, 2, hey. How was that?
That was good.
That was cool?
Yeah.
Can you do it by yourself?
Yeah.
You can you? Can we show them? Let's go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and a whoa. And ta-da-da. Hey, hey, and a 1, 2, 3. One more time, and a 1, 2, ta-da-da. Hey, hey, and a 1, 2, 3. Then we hit out, and the in, and a boom, boom, hey, and a ooh, hey, and a boom, ah. Let's go. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, now let's actually try to speed it up and let's up the tempo a little bit. Should we do it?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's go. We just said 5, 6, and a 5, 6, 7, and a whoa. Ta-da-da, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, and a whoa. Ta-da-da, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3. Then we right, left, and a 1, 2. Rock, and a hey, and a hey. And there is your combo. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys try this at home. Yes. Show me your videos, your best videos, kill it, and we'll be back soon. Okay, so let's run this one last time, all the way from the top, and we will be good to go. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Ready? We said 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, and whoa. Ta-da-da, hey, hey, and hey. Hey, and a whoa. Ta-da-da, hey, hey, and a 1, 2, 3, and we right, left, out, in, rock, rock, drop, and a 1, 2, hey, and a 1, 2, hey. Go ahead, Jen, I see you, let's go. Back to you, Karina.
Hey, I learned some really cool dance moves, and I hope you did too, campers. Thank you so much, Kita and Jenna. Next up, do not blink an eye, because we have a magical performance by my friend, Wish Kid Seth from Make-A-Wish, New Hampshire. Take it away, Seth.
Hello, Karina, and hello, campers. My name is Seth Jones, and I'm talking to you from all the way across the country to the great state of New Hampshire. Did you know, on August 28, 2015, while battling cancer, Make-A-Wish granted my wish to become a famous magician. So how would you, campers, like to see me perform 4 of my most favorite tricks? And would you like to help me with these tricks? All I need you campers to say is the magic word, abracadabra. Now say it with me on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra. Excellent. Now for my first trick, I'll be sticking this needle in this balloon. Seems impossible, right? But it's possible. Now, you might find the results of this quite popping. So, just gonna... Ooh. Like I said, seems impossible, but it sure is possible. Now, see, look, there's nothing in the hat. Now I want you campers to say the magic word. You ready? Abracadabra. Quite amazing, am I right? Now, one more time. Abracadabra. No, wait, that's my turkey sandwich I ate last week. Oh, here it is. Okay. Abracadabra. Now, another time. You ready? Abracadabra. And one more time. I want you to say even louder this time. You ready? Abracadabra. Now let's start putting... Oh, got a hole in my bag. Okay, now I think I'm ready for this one. First, this cloth. It's in. Then, this one. That one's in. Then the other white, well, the first white one. The other red one. Last but not least, this one. Now, campers, I want you to say the magic words with me. Are you ready? Abracadabra. Here's the first cloth. So there's a second, there's a third. And the fifth. Excellent, am I right? I think I had this one quite in the bag. Okay, for something every magician should have, magic box. See, this is a box. And it's gonna be a box for a long time. Now, here's the tin can. It's a normal tin can. Look, stick my arm through it. Can's a can. Now, I want you campers to say the magic words with me. Are you ready? Abracadabra. What's this? Stay super. Okay. These are where the cloths went. Okay. Now, I want you to say it again with me. Are you ready? Abracadabra. Ah, here it is. Hot that down. Now, I want you to say it as loud as you can. You ready, campers? Abracadabra. Why do you still have food in here? No, it's a chicken wing. Here it is. Skunk? P.U. What was that in there? Okay, now, for my last trick, see this spoon? It's a normal spoon. Hit it across the table, it doesn't break, because it's a spoon. Now, you ready? I will bend this thing, it's gonna go right back to place. See? Look, nothing special. It's a spoon. Now, ready? One more time. It's a spoon. Well, that was my last trick. So, well, campers, I sure hope you enjoyed my little show. As I say goodbye, keep smiling and laughing, even when times get tough. Have a magical day, everybody. Bye. I really don't know the reason I wanted to be a magician. Cause I think I saw like a few magic things, and one day I was like, I really want to try this. So when all that stuff kicked down, you guys came over, I'm like, maybe I could do that. And now I am. When I was up there, I was nervous and all that stuff. But when the show started like kicking in, I just felt, well, gotta do it. It was pretty great up there. When I got like into it like halfway through, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Then that's kind of where it started. Well, I think my favorite part of the whole thing was meeting all the amazing people there. Like Norman, you guys. It was great. Well, some advice that might work good. It takes a lot of practice to get it good, because it's a hard thing to master. So like when you first start out, you'd be like, oh, I can't do this, and I just need to keep trying. So don't stop. If you're not good at a trick, don't like give up on it and try a new one. Stick on that one, so the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Stay strong. If something bad comes in the way, just go through it, and when it's over, you probably won't have to experience that again. Because when it's all over and that stuff, you're gonna feel great, like, I've got this all done, and it's a pretty good feeling when you're like done with all that stuff. I could just leave all that bad hospital stuff behind, because like everyone was so nice. It was just amazing. like, when I was there doing all the performance stuff, I completely forgot that I was like in the hospital and all that stuff. It just made everything great. My mom and dad were with me when like times are tough. They were just right by my side. Just kind of going through it with me and just giving me hope that I'll be okay. Here, I can show you, the spoon trick I did up there? I can show you how to do that one. Okay. All you really need is a spoon for this. And it's pretty easy to do. Like, I learned this in the first day. So all you really have to do is wrap your pinky, just have those things touching. So you bring this one up here, nothing's grabbing. So you pull it down, you just have to let it slide. Let it slide down until it creates the illusion of the spoon bending. Then you pull it back up, looks like nothing happened to it. So yeah, basically that's how you do it. It's pretty easy to learn, might take like a minute or two. Practice it a few times, you'll master it. I hope you all like my show. Back to you, Karina.
That was incredible, Seth. Wow, thank you. Whoa, now that's what I call magic. Up next, we have a Disney animator.
Hello, everybody. Josh Gad here, the voice of Olaf. I hear today is a very special day because you guys are about to learn how to draw Olaf with the help of animator Hun Min Lee. I am very jealous. Nobody has ever sat down to teach me how to draw Olaf, which feels very disrespectful considering I spend a lot of my time giving my voice to Olaf. So hopefully one of you guys can teach me down the road. I wish I could be with you all in person right now. Sadly, I can't, but I'm sending you all lots of virtual warm hugs and kisses. I know how difficult these times are, but I also know that each of you is unbelievably brave. Each of you is unbelievably strong, and each of you gives me great hope and courage. I love you all, and sending you not only love from me, but from Kristen, Jonathan, and Adina as well, the voices of Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff. Can't wait to see you all one day soon in person. In summer. Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome to drawing class. My name is Hyun Min Lee and I'm an animator at the Walt Disney Animation Studios. I'm so excited to be here as part of Camp Karina, and today I'm going to show you how to draw one of Karina's favorite Disney characters, Olaf. So let's do this. Okay, is everybody ready? So we're going to get started, and we're going to start with our piece of paper. I'm going to use two pencils. There's a blue pencil and a black pencil. And the blue pencil is going to be our helper pencil, and the black one is going to be our finishing pencil. And so I'm going to start with my blue pencil, and let's just go really, really light and rough with this. And it's just going to be a helper pencil to draw guidelines for us. So for Olaf, we're going to start with his head, and his head is a bit of a diamond shape, but it's kind of like a diamond shape that has a flat top and bottom. So somewhere kind of on the topper half of your paper, let's draw a flattened diamond shape. So it's like a diamond with a flatter top and bottom. Just go really light and rough. We're gonna go over this line with a black pencil later. So once we have that diamond shape, just go right through the middle of the diamond shape and draw a horizontal line. Draw it really nice and light. And then right on the top half, in the middle of that middle line we drew and the top of the diamond shape, draw another horizontal line there. And so that's going to help us place his eyes. So for his eyes, what we're going to do is draw right above that second line we drew. And we're going to draw his face a little bit to the angle on 3/4 view. And so just go around the middle of the head, right above that middle line, and draw a nice little circle there. That's going to be one of his eyes. And then draw a second circle right next to it. That's going to be his other eye. And so after that, we're gonna draw a rough guideline for his nose, and it's gonna start right under his two eyes, right in the middle there. So let's draw a nice carrot shape, like a nice cone shape that starts right under the middle of his two eyes. And that's gonna kind of tell us where his nose is gonna be later. So that's a nice beginner for his head, and we're gonna draw rough guidelines for his body. And his body has two parts. There's the little piece for his chest and the bigger piece for his belly. And then, so what they are like are, imagine you're drawing two marshmallow shapes. So the chest is a smaller marshmallow shape. So it's kind of like a slightly rounded rectangle. So right under that head, draw a small marshmallow. And then underneath that first marshmallow, just draw a nice big marshmallow. And so we have his head, chest, and belly. And then right on the bottom of the belly, we're gonna draw his feet, and they're like two little tiny marshmallows. So they're kind of like the tiny ones that you put on your hot chocolate. So there's one, and then there's the other one. So for now, we're gonna stop with the blue pencil, and we're gonna start putting in more details with our black pencil. So let's start with his eyes, because the eyes are very important. Let's go back to those circles that we drew, and just go with that black pencil we have. Let's go over that blue line we drew, but you can draw it much more darker and clearer. And then draw the other eye, and you can see the circles are slightly overlapping, and that helps us create a little bit more of a feeling of three-dimensionality. So we have his two big eyes there, and inside those circles we're gonna draw his pupils. His pupils are nice cute black ovals in there, so what we're gonna do is put the ovals on the right side of each circle. And what that's gonna do is make him look like he's looking right at us. So let's start with this eye. So draw a nice oval inside that circle. And then on the other eye, let's do the same. Draw another nice oval. You see they're kind of stuck to the right edge. And then after that, we can color it nice and dark. So we already have his eyes looking right at us. Okay, so let's draw his carrot nose. And we're just gonna follow that blue rough line that we drew earlier. So start right between those two eyes, right under it. It's a nice cone shape. Sometimes, since it's a carrot, you can give it a nice little crooked top there. Or if you've seen fun carrot shapes, you can give him a fun carrot shaped nose. Sometimes he can switch out his nose for different things, so you can have fun with that if you want. And for carrots, if you look carefully, they all have these ridges running all the way down. So we're gonna draw some nice curved lines, kind of some of them starting on the top, some of them starting on the bottom. Some of them can go a little more further through. So that's gonna make it feel a little more like a carrot. Okay, so after that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put his eyebrows right above his eyes. And his eyebrows are nice little friendly crescent shapes floating right above his two eyes. So draw 2 crescent shapes, and then you can color them nice and dark. So there we have his eyebrows. And then let's draw his mouth. So Olaf always has a very friendly smile, and we're gonna start with his top lip. And so where we drew that diamond shape, we're gonna start a little outside of that diamond shape, right under that, kind of like the middle of the carrot there. And then it's gonna be the edge of his lip, and then we're gonna draw a nice smile curve. It's gonna be his upper lip with his signature friendly smile. And right at the end of that curve, you can give a nice little curve there, which will be his mouth corner going into his cheek. And you can also draw a little curve right under that right side eye there, and that's gonna be his cheek pushing up with his smile right against his eye there. And so now that we have his upper lip, we can draw his tooth and just draw a nice big rectangle starting right under his upper lip there. So are you starting to see Olaf a bit? Hope you are. So yeah, let's get finished with his head. So now that we have his eyes and his nose and his mouth, we're gonna finish his head shape. So we're gonna start right between that left side eyebrow and eye. So just connect where his eyeball and his eyebrow is. And then just go over those eyebrows to draw the top of his head. And then you can start connecting it with that diamond shape we drew earlier. And just finish up his head. Now the last thing we're gonna put on his head are his little hair twigs, which is kind of like his hair, but they're little branches actually, and there's 3 of them. So there's one. You can give it little sticky outy branchy bits. And then here's another one. Middle one is a little bit longer usually. And then the third one right there. So now we have his hair twigs. So let's go to his body. So we're gonna just follow the outlines of those body pieces, the big marshmallow and the small marshmallow we drew. So just follow those rough blue lines that we drew. So number 1 small marshmallow for his chest. And then the number 2 bigger marshmallow for his belly. So now on top of that body, we're gonna put his little coal buttons. He has his little buttons made of coal. And we're gonna bring the blue pencil again to help a bit. So right on those marshmallows, just divide it vertically into thirds. So just make very light lines like that. So there's 1, 2, 3. And same for the bottom one. So there's 1, 2, 3. So just make those really light lines. And those are gonna help us draw his arms too. So on the left side line, on the top marshmallow chest piece, you can draw 1 coal button, kind of following that guideline there. You can color it nice and dark like that. And then so on the belly part, same for that left side line there. Just draw 2 slightly bigger button pieces. So it's going to be his belly piece. The buttons there. So now we have his coat buttons. Then we can finish up his feet. Remember the little marshmallows we drew lightly. So they're a little bit flatter rectangles. Imagine that you have marshmallows and you kind of squish them because he has his head and his chest and his belly there, so they're kind of squishing his feet down. They're a little flatter like that. So look, we're almost done. We're just gonna draw in his arms and we'll be finished. So the first arm, I'm gonna use that right side line that we drew on the chest there. And so start somewhere around that line and draw a nice branch, like a wooden branch stick, which is his arm. So you can draw it nicely hanging down there. And then on the end you can draw his hand, which is made up of his thumb and 3 fingers. And since it's a wooden branch too, you can kind of put little marks in it that make it feel like it's made of wood. And you can kind of color it in a little lightly, your black pencil, so that you get a nice dark arm there. And then we're gonna draw his other arm. And the other arm, what I'm gonna do is draw it kind of diagonally pointing this way, kind of like if you imagine a clock, it would be pointing towards 10 o'clock. And so starting from his chest, just draw the stick part there of his arm. And you're gonna see why I drew it this way soon, once I start drawing the hand. So you draw his thumb, and then for his 3 fingers, we'll draw it a little more spread apart. And what that's gonna do is make Olaf look a little bit more like he's waving hello at us. So put the little branch pieces there. Give it a little shading with your black pencil. You can put little lines to make it look like he's shaking it. And see, there's Olaf waving right at us. And this is only bonus if you do have an orange pencil, and if you don't have one now, you can find one later to finish it. As a bonus, we'll just color in his carrot. So we have this nice orange, bright orange carrot there. And so there we go. What do you think? I think he looks pretty good. Thanks to all of you that joined me today. I hope you had fun drawing Olaf with me. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day at Camp Karina. It was really, really nice meeting you all. And so bye-bye for now, and back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Disney Animator. Next up, we have my friend Wish Kid Miles, who will be playing the piano for us.
Hello everyone, my name is Miles Lehman, and it's a pleasure to join you all here for Camp Karina. I originally had my wish granted because at a very young age I was diagnosed with eye cancer. I was in and out in the hospital for the first 6 years of my life. Back in 2013, I had my wish granted to travel to Disney World with the rest of my family. Back in April of 2019, I was re-diagnosed with cancer, but thankfully, in September of the same year, I went into remission. Now I'm a wish ambassador and love to share my story with those who will listen, because then people will be more aware of the power of a wish that a wish has over those like me. Now I'm going to play a song for you. I hope you enjoy. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you so much, Miles. That was a beautiful piano performance. Up next, we have our friends from Disney.
Welcome to Disney Family Game Night, presented by Disney Magic Moments. Hi there, friends. This week's theme is Park Pals. So we'll be heading to many of our parks around the world to meet up with some of our most beloved characters. As you're palling around, you'll be playing for Mickey Thumbs Up. Good luck. Shifty tiles. Watch closely. A scrambled photo will appear on screen. Decipher the characters in the image before all the pieces fit back into place. Work quickly on each image. You only have 10 seconds for each, which could win you 1 Mickey Thumbs Up per image. Well done. You are now a Park Pals Game Night expert.
Thank you, Disney. Next up, who's ready for some storytelling? My dear friend Betty Rose from Metro New York Make-A-Wish was nice enough to stop by and tell us some stories. She herself is a writer too and hopes to one day be a storyteller. Today she'll be reading us a story from Grimm's Fairy Tales. So sit back, relax, and just listen to the story.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Camp Karina's storytelling class. I'm so excited to be here today, and I can't wait to spend some time with you all. My name is Betty Rose, and in 2018 I made the wish to write a book. Currently, I am writing the final chapters, and it really has been a long and exciting journey. Today, I will be reading a short story as well as providing some of what I think are the most important tips to any aspiring authors out there. Before I start, I'd like to say that for everybody, writing is a different experience and there's a different method to it. For me, I like to view it as putting together the pieces of a puzzle. It doesn't matter where you start, and you can even skip around to the different parts, but as long as you put everything together in the end and make sure all the pieces fit, you will create something beautiful. So without further ado, I will be reading Little Red Riding Hood from an illustrated treasury of Grimm's Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone, but most of all by her grandmother, who would have given her anything. Once, her grandmother had given her a riding hood of red velvet. She loved it, and from then on would never wear anything else, so she was called Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother said to her, "Come, Little Red Riding Hood, here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother, for she is ill and weak, and these will do her good. But when you are walking in the wood, do not talk to strangers, and do not leave the path." As Little Red Riding Hood walked along the path through the trees, she met a wolf. Little Red Riding Hood did not know what a wicked creature he was, so she was not at all afraid. "Good day, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf. "Good day, wolf." Where are you walking, Little Red Riding Hood? To my grandmother's. Where does your grandmother live, Little Red Riding Hood? A little further on in the wood. Her house sits under 3 large oak trees, replied Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf thought, what a tender young creature. What a nice plump mouthful. She will be better to eat than the old woman. If I act craftily, I can catch them both, he said. See, Little Red Riding Hood, how pretty the flowers are here beyond the path. Little Red Riding Hood saw sunbeams dancing through the trees and pretty flowers growing everywhere. She decided to pick a posse and take to her grandmother, and she wandered off the path, deeper and deeper into the wood. While she was wandering, the wolf ran straight to her grandmother's house and knocked at the door. Who is there? Called the grandmother. Little Red Riding Hood, replied the wolf. I have cake and wine for you. Come in, Little Red Riding Hood, called out the grandmother. I am too weak to get up from bed. The wolf threw open the door, went straight to the grandmother's bed, and ate her up. Then he put on her clothes and her bed cap and lay in her bed. Little Red Riding Hood gathered many flowers, and then slowly found her way back to the path and walked to her grandmother's. She was surprised to find the front door standing open, and when she went inside, she had a strange feeling and said to herself, Oh dear, how uneasy I am here today. She called out, Good morning, but there was no answer. She went over to the bed. Oh, grandmother, she said, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with, my dear, came the reply. But grandmother, what big eyes you have, said Little Red Riding Hood. All the better to see you with, my dear. Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have. All the better to eat you with, my dear. With one bound, the wolf leapt out of the bed and swallowed up Little Red Riding Hood. Then, with his belly full, he lay down again, fell asleep, and began to snore very loudly. A huntsman out shooting wolves was just passing the house and heard the snoring. He thought he would go inside and see whether the old woman needed anything. On the bed, he saw the sleeping wolf. He was about to shoot the wolf when he stopped and wondered whether the grandmother might still be saved. He took a pair of scissors and cut open the wolf's stomach. When he made 2 snips, Little Red Riding Hood sprang out crying, I have been so frightened. It was so dark inside the wolf. Her grandmother also came out alive, for the wolf had been in such a hurry he had swallowed them whole. Little Red Riding Hood fetched great stones to fill the wolf's belly, and when he awoke, the stones were so heavy that he collapsed at once and fell dead. They all rejoiced. The huntsman cut away the dead wolf's skin and took it home for a rug. Grandmother ate the cake Little Red Riding Hood had brought her and began to feel a little stronger. And Little Red Riding Hood thought to herself that she would never again talk to strangers or wander off the path in the wood. I hope you all enjoyed that story as much as I did, and now I'd like to move on and share with you all some of my writing tips. First, I think that one of the most crucial components to the writing process is inspiration. It could be a family member, a friend, a stranger you see on the street, a place you've been, or a song you've heard. It doesn't matter as long as it's giving you an idea and inspiring you to create something. Because once you've had that inspiration, you now have a purpose in your writing and something to say. When you do write, make sure you're creating something you would want to read. Because no matter what it is, you're gonna have to go back and reread what you've written a countless number of times to make sure things make sense, to make changes that you might not like, and just grammatical issues that might be there. So if you're bored or not interested in what you've written, you're not going to feel motivated to read it. You're just not going to want to. You're not going to want to keep going with the story. You're not going to want to spend hours on something that you're not interested in or that you're bored of. So just make sure you do want to read what you're writing. And when you're sitting down and creating your story, just make sure each detail you're adding has a purpose. Don't throw something in there because you think it sounds cool or because you feel like it. Make sure it fits in that part of the story and make sure it's adding to it. If you have an idea that you really like, but it doesn't make sense in what you're writing right now, write it down somewhere else and just keep it there, because you'll have it for later if you feel like it fits there. And this also applies to if you're out doing something else and you see something that inspires you or something just comes to mind, you write it down, because when you go back to your writing, you'll have it and you can add it to your story whenever you want and whenever it makes sense. I think last but not least, definitely not least, is to have a plan or an outline in your writing. Take a day, a couple hours, just sit down, plan out your characters, the main idea of the story, the setting, the timeline, just all these small components that you'll need once you do start writing. Because without any idea, it's going to make it much harder for you and it's going to stress you out. And from my experience, I think that this does take time. And you're not going to finish an entire book or a story in a matter of minutes or hours. It's going to take a few days, months, even years if it's a book or a long story. So don't rush it. Write to your own pace. Don't let other people pressure you into adding things that you don't want to add. Make this story your own. And if you're writing for hours on end just every day and you feel stuck, don't let that discourage you, because this does take time, and almost every author out there will get stuck at some point in their story, because I definitely know I have, and that is perfectly okay. You need to take a break, you need to let yourself rest, because when you do come back, you can create an even better story and you can create more than if you were just pressuring yourself into writing when you have no ideas in that moment in time. So I'd like to thank Make-A-Wish for giving me all these opportunities such as this one and allowing me to write my book and allowing me to fulfill my wish. And I'd like to thank Karina for creating this wonderful camp. So thank you for coming, and back to you, Karina.
Thank you so much, Betty Rose. You're a great storyteller, and I can't wait to read your story. Next up, all the way from Make-A-Wish, Canada, we have 9-year-old Make-A-Wish kid, Jaden the Science Guy, whose wish was to be a turtle researcher. Take it away, Jaden.
Hi, my name's Jaden, the Science Guy. I'm going to teach you a little bit about my favorite animal, turtles. Like you, I am a wish kid. My wish was granted in 2018. I wish to be a turtle researcher and help turtles all over the world. Thank you. My family and I got to work with turtle scientists and doctors at Gumbo Limbo in Florida. It was amazing. I sure learned a lot. Yeah, I guess you did. This is a book all about my trip. In my wish, I also got to visit the Bedford Institution of Oceanography. They gave me this really cool shirt that has a loggerhead sea turtle on it. And while I was there, I got to work with 2 scientists, turtle scientists, that were named Mike and Kathleen. I'm going to talk a little bit about types of turtles and habitats and all that cool stuff. So, first I think we should do types. A leatherback sea turtle sort of looks like this, except instead of it being blue, it's black, and it sort of has little like ridges on its back, and it eats jellyfish. And since people have been polluting the ocean and polluting the world, there have been plastic bags in the ocean that look like jellyfish for the sea turtles, and when they eat them, and when they try and go up to eat them, it can really hurt them, and it's not very good for them because they have sort of like little spikes in their throats that when they swallow a jellyfish, it sort of shreds it, so it's easier for them to get it down into their stomach. But with the plastic bag, if it shreds that, it'll hurt it. It'll either hurt its stomach or get stuck on spikes, which will also be bad because turtles don't breathe sort of underwater like sharks do. Turtles have to go up to the surface so they can breathe, because turtles breathe air. And if they have a plastic bag in their throat and they're trying to breathe air, they won't be able to do it very easily. And that's why people need to stop polluting, that's one of the reasons why people need to stop polluting the ocean and the world. Also, when a habitat for a sea turtle, this is what I've created, and there is right here in the back corner, there is a nest with sea turtle eggs in it. And what sea turtle egg looks like is basically, it looks like a chicken egg basically, but if one is colder than the other, then that means that it's going to be a boy. If the egg is cold or cooler, that means it's going to be a boy. If it is a warm egg, then it means it's going to be a girl. And since there's climate change, it's getting hotter, and the eggs will get warmer, and that's not a good thing, because then they'll only be reproducing girls and not boys. But if they're only reproducing girls, then they can't reproduce without the boys, and then eventually turtles will die out and be extinct, which is very, very sad. But let's get back to types of sea turtles. This is a sheet of paper that has the Canadian sea turtle, some of the Canadian sea turtles on them. So this is a leatherback, the one that I was talking about that has the ridges on its back. This is a loggerhead, and what loggerheads do is they sort of have like a beak so they can eat their food and actually crunch it. This one is a green sea turtle, and then this one is a Atlantic Ridley, and a green sea turtle also eats jellyfish, it eats smaller fish, minnows, it eats mackerel sometimes, and a loggerhead sort of is the same. It eats a lot of the same food as the green sea turtle, and the leatherback, it actually, some of them, sometimes they have a pink spot on their head, which is actually really, really cool. And then the Ridley, there is a lot of different types of Ridley. There's a Kemp Ridley, there's an Atlantic Ridley, and there's a lot more of Ridleys. So there's a Kemp Ridley, there's an Olive Ridley, and those are the only ones that I know of, but there's a lot more. I know that. And then with a green sea turtle, it sort of has an oval shell, and then it has 4 pairs of
lateral scoops, which is, see how it's there's numbers and then it's sort of like different scales? That is part of the shell, and that actually protects them from sharks trying to eat them and predators that try and bite them. And they have a softer shell on their tummy than on the top. And a leatherback sea turtle, they're so big. I don't know the exact size, but I'm pretty sure they're 6 feet. If they were standing up, then I'm pretty sure they would be 6 feet long, which is very, very big. They also eat something sort of like a pink algae tube that is a bunch of little pink little spots from things in the ocean. That is a long tube, and that's what they eat. I love turtles, and I hope you do too. It has been so much fun being part of Camp Karina. Thanks, everyone. Back to you, Karina. Bye.
Thank you so much, Jaden. I learned a lot about turtles, and I hope that you guys did too. Who's ready for more music? Up next, we have a musician from Atlanta, Ethan Payne, who is currently living in Nashville to write and record new music. Today, he will be performing some of his new songs. How exciting! Take it away, Ethan.
What's up, guys? Welcome to music class. It is such an honor to be a part of Karina's camp today. And I just want to thank you, Make-A-Wish, and for allowing me to be a part of this. And congratulations on the 500,000th wish for Make-A-Wish. My name is Ethan Payne, and I am a country singer-songwriter out of Macon, Georgia. I also had a wish granted in 2016, and it was literally the best day of my life. I cannot explain to you how much that day has helped me in my music career, and it's just been one crazy ride since then. I got to meet Luke Bryan. That was my wish, and I played him this song of his, and he invited me on stage out of the wish, invited me on stage in front of 50,000 people to sing 2 of his songs, and the crowd literally went crazy. I got a singer's high, is what it's called, and it just made me feel like I was on top of the world and nothing was ever going to stop me. And I've kept that mindset since then, and only good things have came. And it's been crazy writing music and being able to tell my story through words and songs. It's absolutely crazy. Karina, I cannot express to you how thankful I am for this opportunity. This is mind-blowing to be able to help grant someone else's wish, because I know what it feels like to go through pain and suffering, and then for me to be on this side instead of that side, it just makes you feel a whole lot better. So I hope your wish day is absolutely amazing, and from me and my team, we love you so much. And without further ado, I am gonna play y'all some of these songs that I've written. It's written in the past year. I love these 3 songs that I'm gonna play for y'all, all dearly, differently, and they just mean so much to me. The first one is called Made It Out of Georgia. I got this idea with my friend Trey Team that we wanted to write a song about a girl who is still here in our mind, but really has moved away and has a better life now. And it's called Made It Out of Georgia. It's unreleased, and I hope you guys absolutely enjoy it. There's a Delta runway that'll carry you away to an LA sky. Everything in your suitcase should have never crossed out of our county line. You've been gone, it's been tough. Perfume still hangs in the air. You're everywhere, you're not here yet, girl. To me, you never made it out of Georgia. starstruck, you're going right out of my mind. You might be waking up in California, but to me you never made it out of Georgia. It's like it turned dark two-lane right into Rodeo Drive. I can't drop the tailgate without you right there sitting by my side. You're everywhere, you're not here, you're good to me. You never made it out of Georgia. It's like you're right here and the world just never took you. Through the day and night, 1,000 miles between us, down to starstruck, you're going right out of my mind. You might be waking up in California, but to me you never made it out of Georgia. Never made it out of Georgia. Yeah, man. Such a cool song to write. We actually have a demo kind of ready to go for production now on that song. It's so crazy behind the scenes stuff and what all goes into making music and just putting it out there for the world to hear. It's absolutely crazy. But once you get past all the heartaches and stuff with getting it out there, writing it, producing it, you just sit back and relax, and hopefully that one person hears it and change their lives forever with a song. And that's kind of how this next one came about. This song means so much to me dearly because this is Luke Bryan's guitar. I got it 4 years ago in October will be 4 years. And it's helped me unimaginably do crazy things on stage. Like, I swear, like, I have someone helping me with this guitar. I don't know, it's crazy, but I wrote a song about it, and he heard it and just really, really, really loved it. But it's called Luke's Guitar. It's actually out on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, every song platform out there, and we just shot a music video for it, and it is on YouTube now, and CMT, and all these big stations that you can watch it on. So I hope you guys really enjoy it and get the full meaning behind this song. Here we go. It was just a hand-me-down beat up, steel string with a sunburst spruce top. Probably played it like 1,000 times. Let it spin on a Georgia front porch, seen the lights of a stadium world tour. I caught a couple tears on a sleepless night. Oh, he said it's all yours now. Whoa, when you pick it up, won't let you down. When life's too hard and all my stars are out of reach and too deep, I just can't stop sinking. I start to play and all my pain just fades away. I don't break when I'm hanging on by the last string. It's crazy how it saves my hopeless heart. Luke's Guitar. So I was there like a Sunday sermon. See me at my best and worship like the time I let love I'll slip away. Whoa, more than just some stealing wood. Whoa, says the things I never could. When life's too hard and all my stars are out of reach and too deep, I just can't stop thinking. I start to play and all my pain just fades away. I don't break when I'm hanging on by the last string. It's crazy how it saves my hopeless heart. Luke's guitar. Luke's guitar. Yeah, man, that song is just, it hits close to home for me, and I really, really, really love it. Luke's Guitar is just such an awesome song. It means so much to me, and it's just kind of my gift back to Luke right here. And that's kind of the same way with this next song. This next song I wrote with a couple of buddies of mine out of Nashville, Bryce, Malden, and John Wood. And we were trying to write a song. I'm really good at writing heart, gut-wrenching songs, and we wanted to write a song that everybody could play to themselves and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be okay. I've turned out amazing, and I'm gonna be just fine. And everybody goes through their own things in life. I go through stuff, just everybody. So this song is just, it's so amazing to me and how it turned out. And it's called Blind Man, and I hope you guys really, really enjoy it. I was only 5 when you said goodbye. Daddy's supposed to teach you how to bait a hook and drive. Looking back now, I'd say I turned out just fine. If you ask me today, I ain't gonna lie. What I needed most was never there. You were always the midnight bedside prayer. Little boy in me could never understand. Mama had to fill the shoes of my old man. Couldn't you see we needed a helping hand? Why you gotta be so blind, man? Mama played catch and cooked and took me down them dirt roads. Taught me how to hold my ground and keep my head up high. She made sure boys knew there was no place that was like home. If you ask me today, I ain't gonna lie. What I needed most was never there. You were always my midnight bedside prayer. Little boy in me can never understand. Mama had to fill the shoes of my old man. Couldn't you see we needed a helping hand? Why you gotta be so blind, man? I just want to thank y'all so much once again, Make-A-Wish and Karina. I hope you keep pushing through what you're going through, and I hope your wish day is so amazing. And for those of you who are watching this and attending this class right now, you can go to any of my social media pages and please message me if you have any questions. What I want y'all to take away from today is, if you have a story, tell it. It doesn't matter how you need to tell it. I tell mine through music. If you want to bake and you have a story to tell, bake your cookies. Literally do anything, because it always has a good outcome. I promise you. Thank you once again, guys, for hanging out with me and listening to some of my music. And Make-A-Wish, we love you so much, and thank you so much. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Ethan. You're a great singer, and we're now all your fans. All right, campers, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good time, and remember that this is not your last opportunity of having fun and sharing some smiles. There is hope for you. There is more chances of you being truly happy, and it can be whatever you like. It can be your best friend. It can be a crayon. Be creative, use your mind, be innovative, create new things. You've got this. You will make it through. It's possible. I know that. My wish is to give kids like you a day of
Okay, I guess we're going this way then.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and oh my gosh, I already messed up.
Up next, we have a Disney animator.
Number.
God.
Now I'm gonna make myself disappear. That is cold!
Thanks for coming to Camp Karina. Bye for now.
Look inside yourself. You are more than what you have become. Remember who you are.
Of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds would cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be.